I don't want things to be hard for me anymore. I just need to get this done. I went the whole day without eating. I just want things to finally be easy. Home stretch, baby! I cannot wait to be done. I walked all those miles without listening to a single drop of music. It was just me and my thoughts. 5.1 kilometers, basically 3.1 miles. This is my bread and butter, a 5K. I'm almost tempted to run it. There's a moment pilgrims feel when they walk right into the plaza. Finally made it to Santiago de Compostela. 119 kilometers, 75 miles. The old city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Feeling a bit impulsive. It's been a long time since I got a tattoo. And the cathedral is suddenly right in front of them. I just stood there for a while and took it in. Made it. After 5 days and 75 miles of walking through the rain, I reached the Mecca. I walked all those miles without listening to a single drop of music. It was just me and my thoughts. As a Pisces, it's not hard for me to do that. I enjoy hearing the noises around me without any distractions. My name's Erin and I'm a travel photographer and content creator based in New York City who's passionate about seeing the world. You're watching my series Solo Trekking the Camino Inglés, and I just finished. There's a moment pilgrims feel when they walk right into the plaza, and the cathedral is suddenly right in front of them. Everything goes quiet, not in a spiritual way, nor in a way that feels like my life is about to change drastically. I just stood there for a while and took it in. For the uninitiated, Santiago de Compostela is the capital of the Galicia region in northwestern Spain, and it's the endpoint of the Camino pilgrimage routes since the 9th century. The old city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The streets and stone are preserved from its medieval heyday, but with modern changes, like tourist shops everywhere. After getting to the plaza, I went straight to the pilgrim office to collect my Compostela. The whole reason I'm here for. So that's where we're going. It's around the corner, and I heard it's a flurry. I want to be able to get this and then go to the hostel I'm staying at and change and feel comfortable. Maybe take a hot shower. This is the official certificate of completion. The office verifies your passport stamps, and they issue you 2 certificates, one with your name written in Latin. Holding my Compostela, all I could feel was the relief of no longer having to walk anymore. Gracias. Gracias. Exit that. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Poncho buddy. Your job is done. Going in the trash. Please don't pollute the ocean. So I'm not sure why there's a discrepancy. On the certificate it says 113 kilometers, but I was under the impression it was 119, and it also says 119, so I don't know what changed. For accommodation, I stayed at Loop Inn Hostel. I wanted a hotel, or one of the unique spots in town, but because this is a tourist destination, accommodations are actually quite pricey, at least near the cathedral and if you want privacy. Loop Inn was already on the higher end for a hostel, but it had one feature for the price point that was worth it. I'll show you in a minute. It's been a day. Just checked into my room at the hostel after spending a few hours just chilling in front of the cathedral. This is the simple room, and this area is expensive. There's a bunk bed for people to be able to share. This is a hostel where people can just get a bed, but I wanted my own private space. I have a bathroom. It's a fluorescent light, which is a little harsh, but whatever. Towels are provided, and blankets come in sealed plastic bags, which I like. There's also AC and a heater and a decent shower. It's solid for a couple of days, but the main con was the Wi-Fi didn't reach the room. After I was done and I got my certificate, and when I was just sitting in front of the cathedral and then walking over here. So this is about self-reflection. And the only thing that really came to mind is I don't want things to be hard for me anymore. I don't want to do hard things anymore. I want my break, which sounds selfish, but that's what my self-reflection came about. I just want things to finally be easy. I mean, of course, I went out of my way to go do this, but this is my answer doing my Camino. That's my conclusion. The breakfast dining area is the reason I booked this hostel, because it has a direct view of the cathedral. I also obviously opted for breakfast included, because early hours in the fall are pretty dark, but the trade-off was I got to watch sunrise over the cathedral. Spain's version of a continental breakfast is wildly different from what I'm used to. Here, it's heavily carb-based, bread and pastries, and some ham, cheese, and yogurt on the side, but no eggs. How is that possible? After finishing my Camino yesterday, I ended up going the whole day without eating, not by choice. When I left the albergue in Sigüenza, they provided breakfast, but it wasn't that much. It was just like cake. And so I only had like 2 pieces of cake. And then when I finished, I went straight to the hostel because I was tired. I wanted to shower. On Google Maps, everything was closed, even the grocery store. I don't know if it's because it was a Sunday. So I went the whole day without eating. I went to bed hungry, even if things were open, because I saw things open from the cathedral walking over to the hostel, but I didn't want to figure out whether or not that was true. The hostel I'm staying at offers breakfast. It was included in the price, so I'm eating everything because my health has definitely taken a toll doing this, because when I do exercises or when I'm not near a bathroom or anything like that, I cannot eat properly, if you know, you know. Starting a new day, I finally got to slow down and take my time exploring the city of Santiago de Compostela with nowhere to be. It's been about 24 hours since I walked in here for the first time, and honestly it feels great not to be walking 10 to 15 miles per day and just strolling leisurely through town. But it's cool to be people observing right now and watching everyone else come in and completing their Camino. The old city is compact enough to walk around on foot, and every alley leads somewhere. There are stone archways, hidden courtyards, and little squares everywhere. There are also tourists everywhere. I say that as a fellow tourist. The cathedral itself dominates everything, of course, but I didn't get to go inside because of how many people were in line, which extended around the campus, even on a rainy day. It didn't really matter to me that I didn't get to go inside because I got what I came for, my Compostela and some self-portraits in front of the cathedral. If you're someone who wants to visit the tomb of St. James or attend the Pilgrim's Mass, which, if you're lucky, includes the Botafumeiro, which is the massive incense burner that swings through the cathedral on a rope, you'll want to plan ahead and get there early. Something that surprised me about this region is that Galicia's cultural roots are tied to Celtic heritage. Imagine my surprise when I saw a bagpiper playing at the cathedral. Although the Camino is a Christian pilgrimage, its roots can be traced back to pre-Christian times when people would walk to the quote-unquote end of the earth, what is now called Finisterre, in a pagan ritual. Usually one of the top things that people will do is go to Finisterre, which is all the way at the coast, and then they like fully complete the Santiago de Camino, but that is a minimum of like 2-hour bus ride, and I need a break. So I'll have to save that for another trip to Spain. Just gonna wander around the streets of Santiago, find some places to eat, maybe take a tour or two. There are some recommended things to do surrounding the pilgrim experience. May or may not do that, we'll see. As someone with Irish ancestry, I felt a new kinship here that I wasn't aware of before. Perhaps the land, specifically the Camino Inglés, was calling me and I didn't even realize it. While I was walking around, I did something I had no plans of doing. One of my more spontaneous moments in a very long time. So I was walking around the streets and then I saw this deal for pilgrims to get a fine line tattoo to commemorate their Camino with the ultimate stamp. It's been a while since I've gotten a tattoo. I actually have a lot that I don't show that often. It's been like 8 or 10 years. I can't remember. It's been that long because they just hurt so much, so I haven't done tattoos in a while. But I feel like celebrating and decided to be a little impulsive, and I have an appointment later. For 40 euros, I impulsively commemorated my pilgrimage walking across a country in the rain. If you think about it, it's consistent with how I approached this entire trip. And just like that, I'm done. Quick and easy and almost painless. A pretty cool way to remember this experience by. So after all this, how do I feel now that I completed my first Camino? To be honest, I had plans to make this an annual challenge, walking the different routes, and perhaps go on to become a dual pilgrim, walking the Kumano-Koto in Japan. But after being rather bored with the journey, I'll be shelving these plans for a while. I'm not saying it's off the table to do future Caminos or walk the Kumano-Koto, but it's definitely more appealing when you have nothing but time on your hands and you can meander. After 48 hours in Santiago, I packed my bag again, but the trip isn't over yet. Spain has one of the best high-speed rail networks in Europe, and the Renfe train was taking me east to Madrid, where I was on a specific mission to get something before getting on a flight back to New York City. If you made it to the end of my series, thank you for walking with me. I've linked my full Camino playlist, and if you're thinking about doing the Camino Inglés yourself, I did all the research so you don't have to. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Buen Camino.